Opponents of Prop 50 filed an emergency petition asking the state Supreme Court to block Governor Newsom's redistricting measure.
CBS 8's Richard Allen is here with more on the legal moves being made, as well as the growing controversy over a campaign mailer that's now being circulated to voters.
Well, that's right. And it's just a little over 2 months before this special election. Now, Prop 50 would put a pause on the state's independent redistricting commission and instead draw new congressional lines through 2030, shifting 5 current Republican districts into Democrat-leaning ones. But state Republicans are fighting to stop this move, calling it, quote, a fight to try to preserve democracy in California.
I'm hoping that voters will see through this and recognize that the governor and the Democratic leadership are trying to take away the power of the voters.
State Senate Minority Leader Brian Jones from San Diego says Proposition 50 flies in the face of the independent redistricting commission that California voters approved in 2010, amending the state's constitution.
These lines are horrendous. It chops up counties, it chops up cities, it chops up communities of interest. It violates every principle that the voters put in place with the redistricting commission.
But Governor Newsom says this first-of-its-kind measure allows voters to decide on the congressional lines.
We will be the first state in U.S. history to, in the most democratic way, submit to the people of our state the ability to determine their own maps.
We deserve, as Californians, to have the right to choose our legislators.
Earlier today, California Republicans filed this emergency petition with the state Supreme Court, asking the court to block these newly drawn maps from appearing on the November ballot.
They broke the rules in multiple ways.
Republicans claim that Democrats violated the state constitution by skipping the 30-day public review period before passing the bill, stripping voters and the Independent Citizens Redistricting Commission of their power, and by redrawing congressional maps in the middle of the decade.
The governor, the legislature, and others who would directly benefit are trying to undo the voter's choice and defy the Constitution to serve their own political goals.
CBS 8 reached out to the Yes on 50 campaign. In a statement, they said Trump's toadies already got destroyed once in court. Now they're trying again to protect Trump's power grab and prevent the voters from having their say on Prop 50. They will lose. And in the meantime, this campaign mailer sent out to voters by the No on Prop 50 camp is getting a lot of attention because it features a quote from the League of Women Voters of California rejecting the idea of mid-cycle redistricting. But the League is making it very clear that they did not authorize this and that they are not part of this coalition.
And Richard, has the coalition responded to what the League of Women Voters are saying?
They have. So I reached out to them, and actually the coalition calls itself Protect Voters First. They basically said that their campaign delivered mail to Californians, meaning this flyer that, in their words, explains the value of our citizen-led redistricting process. They also point out that this quote that they used from the League of Women Voters comes directly from an op-ed that was recently published in the Sacramento Bee. The League is pointing out, though, they did not authorize the use of their quote. They're not disavowing the contents of it, but they are distancing themselves from the No on 50 camp. They're saying they're not part of it. I think it just goes to show how heated this is already becoming.
The sense of urgency for Republicans in these kind of efforts and in fighting this in court is very powerful because you know that the odds of this passing, if it goes through to an election, pretty high.
Yeah, and we have 9 weeks to go, and yeah, the intensity is already high. Yeah.
Thanks, Richard.
Thank you,
Richard.